question 10 here. 2 years ago, Daniel's age was 6 times of his daughter's age. 2 years from now, Daniel's age will be 4 times of his daughter's age. Daniel is how many years old this year? Wow, it seems a little bit complicated for this question. Now there are some multiple relationships here, and there are 2 years ago and this year. How should we solve this? Okay, now to solve this question, let me first give you an example. Let's say there are 2 teachers in Kangaroo Study, Teacher Cao and Teacher Meng. Now, Teacher Cao, we know that this Teacher Cao will have 3 times the weight of Teacher Meng. And we also know that the Teacher Cao has 60 kg weight more than Teacher Meng. Now, we want to find out the weight of Teacher Meng. How should we find this out? Let's take a look at this question. There are 2 conditions over here, so how about let's try to draw models to visualize these conditions? Starting from the multiple relation here. Teacher Cao has 3 times the weight of Teacher Meng. Now, you don't start from Teacher Meng or Teacher Cao first. Excellent, we're going to start from Teacher Meng because Teacher Meng is the smallest item. And once you join Teacher Meng, you'll need to know how many blocks Teacher Cao have. Okay, so let's start from Teacher Meng here. Let's say Teacher Meng has 1 unit. Then, how many units will Teacher Cao have? Teacher Cao will have 3 units. And then what else do we know? Teacher Cao has 60 kg more than Teacher Meng. How do we represent 60 kg in our model here? We can draw 2 lines over here. This is their difference. So this is 60 kg. Now this is 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. Then, how do we find out value of 1 unit? We find the corresponding units and the value. Value here is 60. What is the corresponding units? 2 units. Excellent. So we know that 2 units now correspond to 60 kg. So 1 unit will just give us 60 divided by 2, which is 30 kg. And then we know that what is the weight of Teacher Meng? Just 1 unit. So Teacher Meng will have 30 kg. Alright, so what we can solve here is that if we are given the multiple relationship and we are given the value, we can draw the model starting from which condition? Starting from the multiple condition. And we should draw the model starting from which item? The large one or the small one? The small one. Excellent. Alright, now to understand this, let's take a look at our question over here. The question says 2 years ago, Daniel's age was 6 times his daughter's age. So let's first draw a model to represent this scenario 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, now Daniel has 6 times as his daughter, so we should start from drawing which item first? Daughter or Daniel? Daniel or daughter, perfect. Because daughter has less value, right? So we start drawing from the daughter. The daughter, let's say you have 1 unit. Then, how many units would Daniel have? Daniel will have 6 units. So Daniel will have 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And then what else do we know? 2 years from now, Daniel's age will be 4 times his daughter's age. How do we know the 2 years from now scenario? So that is 2 years from now. How do we find this out? Daniel will be 4 times his daughter's age. So again, we should start drawing from which item? The daughter again. Very good. So the daughter. Now 2 years from now, the daughter will be how many age older? 2 years? No. This 2 years ago, this 2 years from now. So in total there are 4 years. So that means the daughter not only will have this 1 unit, but again he will have an extra 4 years older. How about for Daniel? For Daniel this time, again for Daniel, he will be 4 years older, right? So let's copy this first and then add an extra 4 years. Now let me copy this bar all the way until here. Daniel will not only have this number of units, 6 units, but he will have extra 4 years older. Now actually let's observe of this. We know that Daniel will be 4 times his daughter's age. So there's actually another representation for the age that Daniel has now. You see, daughter is this kind of age, so Daniel has 4 times as this much. So again, let me try to represent this. We need to times 4 to this amount. So this contains 1 unit and extra 4. How about let's separate the units and the value 4 and draw them separately. So first of all, we need to write 4 units. And then moving on, we have 4 times 4. So we have how many values? 4 times 4 equals to 16. Perfect. And how long should this bar be? It should be just the same to here. Because Daniel's age from now is the same. This part is how many age? 16 ages. Now let's observe. We are given the number of units here and the value. How do we find out the value of 1 unit? We find the corresponding units and the value. Now, where can we find the corresponding units? Excellent! He's saying that we can find out 2 units. Where is the 2 units here? It's over here. These are 2 units. And what is the corresponding unit for value for these 2 units? 16 minus 4. Very good. So we know that 2 units now are equivalent to 16 minus 4, which is 12. So what is the value for 1 unit? 12 divided by 2. So 1 unit now will give us 12 divided by 2, which will give us 6. And now we are trying to find out the year that Daniel is now. Any idea how to find out? Okay, of course, we can start from 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, what is the age for Daniel? Daniel have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So 6 times 6 equals to 36 years old. And then 2 years now, after 2 years, it is the year this year. What is the age for Daniel? So the age this year should be 36 plus an extra 2, and that will give us 38. So Daniel is age 38 right now. Now, let's do a quick revision of this question. In this question, it is called the multiple changing question because there are some multiple here and then it is changing, the year is changing. So in multiple changing question, what we first do is we draw the model. Now, in multiple changing question, what we first do is to draw the model. Right? Now let's observe what is the next step we do. We first draw the model and then we multiply this, right? We multiply it. So the second step, you do multiplication. And then the third step, you find the corresponding units and the corresponding value. So you calculate 1 unit. So that's all for this question. Now please write down this next to your handout, okay?